Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an Ulta haul video. I placed several different orders over the past few months and I thought I would just sit down and share what I picked up with you guys because Ulta is such a fun place to shop. They have so many brands and honestly the number of brands they have is growing every single month it feels like. And I just love that you can get drugstore beauty and high-end beauty in the same place. It really is so convenient. I love going inside and walking around both sections of the store. So I definitely have a good mix today, and we also have some really good summertime SPF body glow products. So I hope that you guys really enjoy this video. I will have everything linked using the YouTube shopping feature here on the screen. If you don't see it linked there, it will be linked in the description box as well as in a pinned comment. Be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave today, and without further ado, let's dive into the haul. Okay, so I think I want to start with Morphe products, which is kind of random, but Morphe has been killing it lately, you guys. Like every single launch I am interested in. So I recently placed another order on ulta.com to pick up these new 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. I feel like everyone has been talking about these palettes and I have really been looking out for a new great eyeshadow launch. Do I need a new eyeshadow palette? Absolutely not, but it's one of my favorite things to purchase. They are just so pretty and these looked incredible. And I also love a good small palette that I can travel with, and these look promising. So let's open them up. This one is called Rich Glitch and it's definitely more of a cool tone, but it's still very wearable. And the cool thing about these palettes is that they have these beautiful foil shades in the center and everyone has been raving about them. I'm dying to swatch this one. Oh my goodness. So it really does catch the light. Oh my gosh, I love that. Really pretty, but definitely a lot of fallout, which is kind of to be expected with a shimmer. And then this one is called Outer Spice. So it is a little bit more warm tone. You also have some pinky shades in there, a gold foil, a more pinky champagne foil, and a brown. This is something that I would absolutely wear every single day. I really gravitate towards eyeshadows in these shades, so I am super excited about this one. This is definitely one that I would throw in my bag to travel with. Both are really pretty, and I honestly think it's pretty hard to get people excited about an eyeshadow launch recently, but I do think Morphe did a great job with these because people are really excited about them, including myself. I love the smaller size. I love all of the color ranges. I think that there's like 5 or 6 different color options, and honestly, all of them looked great. Another thing that I got from Morphe, because I have heard amazing things about this, is their new Sudden Heat Creamy Bronzer Stick. I wasn't really gonna get this. I do kind of already have a lot of bronzer sticks. Only really one that I'm obsessed with though, and I have a lot of liquid bronzers that I like. But a bronzer stick is very convenient, especially for travel and summertime when you just kind of want to slap something on and go. So I thought I would give this one a try, specifically because I've heard such great reviews on it. It does appear to be very pigmented and super creamy. And this one is in the shade Spark, which is kind of a medium shade. A while back, I went shopping in store at Ulta, which I don't do very often. I just don't really get out to the mall, but I love it when I have a minute. And I was really on the hunt for like a perfect nude lipstick. So I got a lot of different options and a lot of them were from Morphe. So I came across these. These are the Soulmate Velvet Lip Mousses. And I'm definitely trying to fool you guys here because I have already been using these for weeks. I actually put them in my recent favorites video and I'm wearing one of them today. So the shade I have on today is Wifey, but this is layered with a lip liner and a lipstick underneath. But this has been my most worn nude lip color for weeks now. This shade specifically, it is so good. Like these have been what I'm wearing on my lips repeatedly. I just kind of swap them out. The other shade, I don't even know where it's at right now. It's probably upstairs in a purse somewhere or somewhere on this mess of a desk of mine, but you really cannot go wrong with either of these. So this is Wifey, which is what I have layered on my lips today. You can see it's just such a beautiful neutral shade. It's a little bit more cool tone, and I just find that this is the greatest completely neutral lip. Like if I don't want my lips to stand out, I just kind of want to put something simple on, this is what I'm grabbing for, and they last a really long time. They don't run, they're comfortable on my lips. And the other shade I have is Quick Crush, which like I said, I don't even know where that one is at right now because I've been wearing it nonstop, but it's another great neutral shade, slightly lighter. So this one is really great just to kind of like pop in the center of your lips and blend out. And then I also got 2 lip liners from Morphe. The first one is just a color pencil. That's all it says. says. So I'm assuming these are intended to be used in multiple different ways. Maybe you could use them as an eyeliner pencil, or you could use them on your lips. I've also been using these nonstop. So this is the one that I have on my lips today. It is in the shade Makeup Talk. There it is, swatched right next to Wifey. But if you just want the perfect neutral lip combo, get these two and you will thank me later. And this is just a standard lip pencil that you can sharpen. The other one I have here is from that same Soulmate collection that they did. This is the Filling Gel Lip Liner. So this one is a twist up lip liner, and I got it in the shade Honey, which is swatched right there next to Makeup Talk. Very similar, but slightly darker. Another lip product from Morphe. This is their Hot Honey's Plumping Lip Oil, and I got it in the shade Queen Bee, which is kind of like a pinky red. It's really pretty. And I know this looks intimidating, but it's really not, especially in a lip oil. It's going to be a little bit more sheer. There it is swatched. You can see it's very, very sheer. So you could honestly wear this over top of any nude lip. It just has the slightest little pinky red tint to it. But of course it is supposed to be plumping, which I love. And I just wanted to try out a lip oil from Morphe. These from Morphe I picked up a while back, but I actually have not tried them yet because I've been waiting to film this video. So I'm sure if you watch any makeup videos, you might have already heard about these, but these are the Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trios, and they are kind of supposed to replicate the One Size Trios. So this is the One Size version. These are called the Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trios, and you have a shimmery one up here, a normal matte blush, and then a cream blush at the bottom. So here's what Morphe looks like. Here is what the One Size looks like. Obviously the Morphe one I got in a more neutral shade. This is in the shade After Party, and they are set up a little bit differently. This is a cream, and I think this is the shimmery one, and then this appears to be the matte one. It's almost like having a nude blush. If you don't want a color that stands out a whole lot, I think this is a really good shade, and I'm excited to put this to the test when it comes to the One Size version. And I've heard good things about these. A lot of brands are coming out with something similar. And I got another shade in the Morphe one. This one is in Après Ski, but it is just a super vibrant hot pink, and I have nothing like this, especially this cream blush. It's definitely going to make a statement. It's going to have to be the star of the show for whatever makeup look I do that day, but it's something fun to play around with, especially for summertime. But these come in a lot of good shades, a lot more peachy, neutral, pink shades. So definitely check them out, and I will keep you guys updated on those. I also have another very similar blush product from Makeup Revolution. So like I said, I've been seeing a ton of brands come out with something similar. Actually, Sephora Collection did a similar option. So I really want to do a comparison of all of them over on TikTok, and I plan to do that very soon. So go follow me over there if you want to see it. But same thing here, you have a shimmery option, a matte version, and a cream blush. And this one is in the shade Authentic Peach. Speaking of Makeup Revolution, I do have a couple other products from them. This is the Silk Blush Blusher Stick, and I got the shade Berry Flush, but I picked this up because it is a very clear look-alike or look for less of another high-end beauty product. I think the brand is Violet FR. I'm not super familiar with them, so I will put a picture here, but that is such a pretty blush product. I love the marble look. I'm sure that'll go away once you use it, but it's still really pretty, and leave it to Makeup Revolution to make a really beautiful look for less. I mean, look at that marble blush, and it's just a beautiful darker berry shade mixed with a lighter poppy pink. That is how it swatched on my hand, so very, very pigmented. And surprisingly, we have another blush product from Makeup Revolution, and this one is their Jelly Blush. I think this is going to be another look for less. That is kind of what Makeup Revolution is known for, but this reminds me a lot of the Milk Makeup Jelly Blush. Super cool product. Like, it's literally jelly and bouncy. Oh my god, look at that. So pigmented. So I've seen a lot of people use these specifically in the summertime, almost like as a cheek stain, and you can also use this on your lips as a lip stain. So I plan to use this when I'm at the pool or beach, and I just do very minimal makeup and just do literally a dab of this on my finger and then rub it in with a blush. It's just going to give you that kind of almost lightly sunburnt or flushed look. I'm gonna have to be careful with this though, because wow, that is one pigmented product. I do have several fragrance purchases. Two of them are full-size perfumes. This one is the new Cosmic 2.0 from Kylie Jenner. I was in love with the original Cosmic scent. I love it. It's super sweet, a great summertime scent. So I was just really intrigued to pick this one up, and it was 20% off. So I was like, why not? And these are actually fairly affordable for fragrance. And look at this bottle. bottle. How cool is that? It is just completely silver. I do like this scent. It is very different from the original, which I think is good because I don't want anything too similar. And this one has pear accord, vanilla orchid accord, pink pepper essence, lavender essence, amber accord, sandalwood accord, all sorts of different things in there. And this is definitely something that I would wear probably more like summer leaning into fall and then wear it throughout fall. I think this is definitely a warm, sweet fragrance. It's a little bit gourmand, but it definitely has that warm and sultry base, which I really appreciate. I don't know. I feel like Kylie Jenner does a really great job at fragrance, and it's not really talked about enough because I do feel like this is a really unique scent. And the other full-size perfume that I got is from the brand Vacation. This is their Grand Cuvée perfume that they just recently launched. I think this is kind of like their classic Chardonnay oil scent. And this one, I'm kind of unsure how I feel about it. I had never smelled their Chardonnay oil, so I didn't really know what to expect. But the fragrance notes are amber, cedarwood, vanilla bean, cognac, Chardonnay, sun-washed sails, and sun-kissed skin. This just kind of reminds me of being on a yacht. It's like a very summertime fragrance, definitely has a little bit of an SPF undertone, but it also smells expensive, just like very upscale fragrance vibes. Another fragrance, but this one is a little bit different. I've never tried anything like this. It is a solid fragrance from the brand Noise, but I thought it would be cool, especially for travel, and I just got it in the scent 12 o'clock. So I think you just kind of rub it on like that. And I do really like this. The top notes are Australian pink pepper, jasmine petals, middle notes are raspberry and creamy blonde woods, and the base notes are ambroxan and spun sugar. So it's definitely a little bit sweet, a little bit warm. This one is more mild to me than a lot of fragrances that I just like spray on myself, but it could be good for just adding a base and then layering other fragrances over top. And then I also saw that that same brand came out with hair and body fragrance mist. This one is in the scent Juicy Chaos. So this is going to have notes of blood orange, ginger extract, orange mandarin, crisp amber, moss, and Haitian vetiver. And this is a really good size for a fragrance mist. I feel like this is huge and it smells good, but it's once again kind of mild. I don't know if this brand just does slightly more mild scents. And I do get a hit of citrus, but then you definitely smell the vetiver at the end, in my opinion. It almost smells a little bit earthy at the end, which usually isn't my style. So I'm not sure if this is my favorite citrus kind of fragrance mist I've tried, but I have been spraying a lot of fragrances right now, so I'll continue to put this one to the test and see how I like it. Speaking of citrus, this is from Salt Air, and it is the Nourishing Body Oil. Very excited about this. I know I make content, but I also watch a lot of content, and I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about her favorite fragrance layer, and what she did was she used this first all over her skin, and then she applied her perfumes over top, and she just said it was the perfect combination. So I was like, okay, I have to try it out. And yeah, this is a body oil, so it's going to rub into your skin and leave it really shimmery and hydrated. Of course, you can rub it in even more so it's not quite so oily looking, but wow, your skin just looks so glowy. And this is a very classic in your face citrus. It smells like an orange peel, but I feel like it has something else mixed in too. I don't know what it is, but it smells really good. So I plan to use this exactly as I saw on the TikTok, just kind of putting this on my body when I'm on vacation or just like going out. And not only is it going to make you smell incredible, but it's going to be good for your skin. More glowy body products. This is from Sol de Janeiro. I thought this was a really good little set. It is the Glow Motions body oil set. So it comes with 2 shades of their body glow oil in these cute little travel sizes, which I love because I do always travel with some sort of body glow product in the summertime, but I don't really need to take a huge full bottle. So these are amazing, and I really like both of these colors. So this one is more of like a chocolate brown, so it's going to give you more of a bronzed look, and then of course the lighter one just kind of has a champagne pearl shimmer. Here they are a little bit more blended out. I mean, both of them just make your skin look so beautiful and shimmery and shiny. I love something like this when I'm on vacation, so I'm really excited about those. And I like that you can get them in minis because most of us are not using these all the time. You really only need them for like special occasions. More glowy body products. This is from Kopari. I just thought this was the cutest set ever. It comes with this little bag. How adorable. I got this a while ago, but I do think that it is still available on the Ulta website. And then inside you get 3 full-size Kopari products. So this one I've already been using. It's kind of what I bought the entire set for because I've heard so many amazing things about this Sun Glaze Sheer Setting Mist. The TikTok girlies are loving using this, and you just kind of shake it up, and it's going to be a really shimmery setting mist, as it already says. So if you want a definite glow, you are going to get that with this. I probably wouldn't wear this over top of a ton of makeup, but for me, when I just do light makeup, when I'm at the beach on vacation and want a little bit of SPF, I think this is great because this also does have SPF 50. I've worn this multiple times with no makeup at all, and it just makes my skin look really glowy and fresh. This is another great product from Kopari. This is their Golden Amber Sun Shield Body Glow SPF 30. This is a really popular one from them. It's kind of similar to that Sol de Janeiro Body Glow that I just showed you. The only difference is that this one is going to have SPF in it, which is great. So you can use this as a sunscreen if you want to do a little bit of tanning, but still look bronzed and glowy while you're laying out at the beach, or maybe you have an event on the beach or something like that. This is going to be perfect. And the last thing in this set, I actually haven't even unpackaged yet, but this is the Sun Shield Soft Glow Daily Face SPF 30. I think it's just going to be super hydrating and feel nice on your face while providing that sun protection. Speaking of shimmer, this is a little miniature shower gel from Tree Hut, and this is the Sparkling Shower Gel in the Tropic Glow scent. I honestly just picked this up because I thought it was really fun, like a sparkling shower gel. What the heck? Have not tried this yet, so I don't know how much shimmer it really leaves on your skin, but it smells really good. I've actually owned other Tree Hut products in this same scent. As the name suggests, it's just very tropical, and I love a miniature body wash for travel, so this is definitely going to be my body wash for the foreseeable future, all of my summer vacations. And while we're talking about body care products, I will go over a few self-tanning products that I purchased. The first one is a repurchase. This is the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express Platinum. This is the darkest self-tanner that they have, and I love it, you guys. The Platinum will blow your mind if you've never used it before. Oh my goodness. But you do have to be careful with it. I will say this is probably for more experienced tanners, because if you're not careful, it can look a little splotchy if you don't apply it in every single place on your body, just because it is so dark. And I really like the 2-Hour Express. It does work in 2 hours. Like, I can put this on. I usually leave it for like 5 hours if possible, but I've noticed with this one, if I leave it on too long, I actually don't like it as much. So this is one of the only self tanners that I actually prefer not to sleep in. I really think the 2-Hour Express does its job perfectly. You can do this as a super quick self tanning option, and it's beautiful. But I was kind of interested in doing some sort of little comparison, and I especially wanted to try out a couple of self tan mists. I've never really heard of this concept, but yeah, it's literally in an aerosol can. This one is from the brand Tan Luxe, which is a very popular self tanning brand. It is called the Future Airbrush 360 Self Tan Mist, and it had really great reviews. This kind of scares me though, because I feel like you're gonna waste a lot of product. Like, I guess you just spray it all over your body like that and then rub it in. We will see, but this one is a little bit more pricey. And I also saw this brand called Tanologist had a very similar product. This is the Self Tan Airbrush Mist. Claims to be fast drying and long lasting, but I believe this one was like half the price. So I really want to compare these two. And then this is kind of similar, but this is more of an instant tan, but it's in the same airbrush aerosol can. So you just spray this on, kind of blend it out, and this will be good for you to look tan and beautiful for one night. And then I've also really been into self tan remover. The one I currently use is from Loving Tan. I've had a hard time getting off my self tanner lately, so that has really been helping. I just apply it for like an hour or two before I do my exfoliating shower, and it just makes everything come off a lot easier, and then I can go in with a fresh new coat. So I wanted to try this one from Bali Body, and this one is just an exfoliating body scrub, but I like that it's also supposed to specifically remove your self tan. Okay, now back to makeup. I do have several things from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this one is a newer product. This was in my most recent order. It is their Halo Glow Skin Tint, and I have seen everyone raving about this on TikTok, so I really need to try it out myself. I mean, I am just shocked that a skin tint at this price is getting so much hype, but everyone says this has a lot of coverage and it just makes your skin look really healthy. So I really want to use this like as soon as possible. These I picked up a while ago. They are the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balms. I got two different shades. This one is in Strawberry Shortcake, and then this one is in Yummy Gummy. I have already tried these though, because I actually received one as a free gift at the YouTube shopping event. It was actually this exact same lip balm, and I do really like these. I think that they are a great affordable option for a lip balm. I think these are kind of supposed to be inspired by the Summer Fridays lip balms, and I think they really hit the mark. I mean, I love these, and I've seen a lot of people loving them as well. We have the Power Grip Matte Primer. I love the e.l.f. Cosmetics Jelly Grippy Primer. So this one is allegedly supposed to be in a matte version. I don't know. Those two things seem totally different, but I still wanted to try it out. e.l.f. has great primers and honestly great products in general. So I'm usually not really disappointed in their products. I do have a couple products from Polite Society. I really love this brand. I, once again, am rarely disappointed in their products. I don't hear a lot of people talk about them though, which is kind of weird because I think that they are great. This first one, I have heard a few people mention this, but it is the new Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer. And first of all, look at that packaging. How cute. It literally makes me want to go to some sort of like golf club and lay by the pool. But look at this bronzer. It actually looks really nice. I got it in the shade Palm Royale, and it almost looks kind of like a hybrid of a cream bronzer and a powder bronzer. And it says it's supposed to be blurring. I mean, right off the bat, it does look kind of blurring to me, doesn't it? Wow, that's really pretty. And I'm kind of liking that we're getting back into powder bronzers. Everything there for a minute was all cream, everything. And while that is good for certain looks, other times I just want to slap on a powder bronzer. And this one isn't too creamy. I thought it looked more creamy than it actually is, but it's definitely a powder bronzer that just has a little bit of a softer finish so that it can provide that blurring look. And I'm excited about this. And then the other product from Polite Society is the Highlight Society Powder Gloss Highlighter. This really reminded me of the Rare Beauty highlighters, just simply based on the packaging. I don't know, I feel like they might have been trying to kind of dupe that a little bit and then look inside. Like, it literally looks so similar to the Rare Beauty highlighters, and those are some of the best highlighters on the market. The Rare Beauty ones are incredible. The only problem is they break really easily. So let's see if this one is just as blinding. Looks promising. So that is the Polite Society highlighter right there. So these are two different shades, but this is the Polite Society here and then the Rare Beauty. I don't know, they are kind of similar. I won't really know until I get it on my skin and on my cheeks. But look at that comparison. This is the Rare Beauty. This is the Polite Society. I mean, they're definitely twinning. More highlighters. We have these from NYX Cosmetics. These are their Buttermelt highlighters. I love a lot of products in the Buttermelt line. So I kind of went crazy with these highlighters. So I hope they're good because I got 4 shades. I got 2 more neutral shades. This one is kind of a champagne gold and glaze it butter. And then this one is more of an icy pearl and brighten butter. And then I got 2 fun shades. This is what really excited me about these because you rarely see brands dropping fun highlight colors. And I know I won't wear these often, but for Halloween looks or even summer concerts, like if you're going to any sort of pop concert, a rave, anything like that, these would be adorable. I have a purple one here in number 1 Butter, and then this pink one is in the shade You Butter Work. So here are the 4 highlighters swatched. I feel like my lights are kind of washing them out a little bit, but these are stunning. I really like the formula of these right off the bat. You have the pink one here on the end, the purple one right next to it, and then the bright icy pearl, brighten butter, and then the last one, glaze it butter. I feel like back here you can see them a little bit better, but they are really nice. I mean, for the price, these are great highlighters. Speaking of highlighters, I do have a highlighter from NARS. I have just been very disappointed in highlighters since the launch of the Rare Beauty ones, honestly. I mean, a lot of them are like okay, but I haven't really been wowed, so I've just kind of been here and there trying new ones. So we'll see. I got mine in the shade Electra. Oh my god. Is this going to be my new favorite, you guys? Look at that. It literally went on my finger like glass. Wow, that's really pretty. I feel like this is going to look so smooth on your skin. You can't even tell on camera because it just blends into your skin perfectly. Okay, I feel like I never know until I actually apply them. I kind of want to apply some of this right now though. I know I already have a highlighter on though. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but it's very promising. And then I actually went back for another one of these Hot Escape cheek palettes. These came out in 4 different shades on Ulta, and I originally got number 1 and number 3. Number 3, for whatever reason, I thought it didn't look quite as dark online, but then once I got it in person, I was like, yeah, this is a little bit too dark for me. But I thought number 2 might be a really good option as well. And this one is going to have a slightly darker bronzer, which is Laguna 3, and then right underneath that is the highlighter in the shade Topless. Over here you have the blush in the shade Dominant. Wow, I didn't even realize that, but that is the highlighting shade Electra, which I just showed you. Interesting, so I might not need this. But anyways, this is just going to be such an amazing palette for travel. Definitely what I'm going to take with me to the beach. These are some of my favorite launches this year, like incredible for summertime. I love every single shade. This is a product from Pixie Beauty, which I don't typically get a lot of products from them, but they do make some really great things. And this looked interesting. It is the Glow Tint Cushion Brightening Color Corrector. I got the shade Peach Tint. So you just open it up like this. It comes with a little cushion that's really soft. And then you open this, remove the little plastic to reveal the cushion. And this is kind of like the Tier foundation, except I don't think this is going to be a lot of coverage. I think this is going to be sheer, but it is for all over your face. And I believe this is just going to give you a little bit of coverage while making your skin look super glowy. So I thought I would try it out for a little summertime product. A couple other great summertime products. This one is from Iconic London. It is the Glow All Over Melting Balm Stick. And I thought this was kind of interesting because it is a glow stick, but it actually has a little brush here on the top, which I thought was so convenient. I know a lot of people usually hate the brushes included with products, but if you're on the go or you just need something quick, this could be really nice. And then this part comes off to reveal the bronzer stick. And this is definitely a bronzer, but it also looks like a highlighter. So I think this is going to be very glowy. Another glowy product is this one from Dibs. This is their new Love Beam Perfector Blurring and Glowing Skin Perfector. I got it in the shade number 2, Loves Me Not. And I think this is a product that you either add to your foundation or any of your primers, things like that. And it's just going to give you kind of like a healthy, glowy complexion, or you can wear this on its own with no makeup. I want to say it's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, but this one definitely has a little bit of a pinky tint to it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try that out. It looks very glowy, a little bit more glowy than the Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I'm not sure about that. This is a tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. I feel like back in the day, Laura Mercier had the tinted moisturizer. Like everyone used that tinted moisturizer. And I think this one is like a new release or maybe a relaunch, but it is the Tinted Moisturizer Blurred Matte, and it actually has SPF 30. So I'm really excited to try this. I love an SPF tinted moisturizer that has a little bit of coverage for summertime. That is like my go-to for every day or even by the pool or beach. I did get the shade 1 in. We have a couple of lashes. These are the Kiss New Natural Lashes. I just liked how wispy these looked and how small the band is. These are truly going to look invisible on your lashes. And then these are from Impress, and they are the Easy Tab Self-Stick Lashes, but I liked that these, I'm not even sure if you guys can see it, but instead of having like a bunch of individual lashes, they have one kind of like half lash and then one piece for the inner corner. So it's less to apply. And I wanted to see how that would work. And I do typically like Impress lashes, and I've been very into the self-stick. It is just so convenient. We're getting down to the end here. I have a couple products from Maybelline. This is another jelly primer. It is the Maybelline Poreless Jelly. 24-hour wear. It's hydrating, blurring, all of the good things. And like I said, I love a jelly grippy primer, and I just wanted to try one out from Maybelline because they are a great brand. They also make my favorite mascara from the drugstore, which is the Firework Mascara. So I actually went back and purchased it in a waterproof version. Obviously for summertime, this is going to be incredible if I'm around water at all, or if I'm just at an event where I know I'm going to be sweating. This is usually what I opt to wear. And I've actually already been wearing this and I really like it. They also have another new mascara, which is the Colossal Bubble Mascara. This is one that I've been seeing all over Instagram and TikTok. They really did a lot of ads for this mascara. So it kind of intrigued me to be able to try it. Honestly, because I liked the Firework Mascara so much, I was like, well, they clearly know how to make a good mascara. So let's give this one a try. And I just got this in Blackest Black. A couple more NYX products. This is a Nano Brow Pencil. It's kind of in a different shape. And honestly, you guys, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like this, but I think someone recommended it and I was just trying to figure out different brow products that I might like. So I got this one in the shade Espresso, but it has this style of tip where it's flat on one side so you can fill, and then it's really skinny and thin on the side. So I might end up liking this. I do have a similar one from Dominique Cosmetics, but it is a little bit thicker and I didn't care for the thickness of it. But because this one appears to be very thin, maybe I could do my hair-like strokes in the center and then use this to fill in. I don't know, we'll see. And then I also have 2 shades of the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serums. So I have the shade Caramel Drip, which is just a neutral brown, and then Drippin' in Rose, which is more of a mauvey pink. Always good to try out a new drugstore lip gloss, and these are very pigmented. I'm really surprised by that, so I'm excited. I don't really have a lot of new pigmented glosses. I feel like like with the lip oil craze, a lot of glosses or lip products are very sheer. This is the L'Oreal Faux Brow. It's allegedly supposed to last up to 2 days, which I don't really know why you would need it to last up to 2 days, but this is a brow tint pen. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So it just has 2 really fine little brushes there. And it definitely makes little strokes. I don't know, we'll see. I've tried several pens like this and I didn't really care for any of them. But anyways, this is in the shade Dark Brunette. And then I really wanted to try a couple of their new lace shadow sticks. And these intrigued me because I had recently tried a couple of very expensive shadow sticks from the Sephora sale. One was from and it was $32. It wasn't that good. And I was just kind of thinking, I bet I could get something much better from the drugstore. I love a shadow stick when I am in a rush and just need to do eyeshadow really quick. I'm the kind of person who doesn't really like the way I look wearing makeup but no eyeshadow. I either want to be like no makeup or some sort of face makeup and a little bit of eyeshadow, even if it's just bronzer in the crease. So for me, shadow sticks are really convenient. So here are the 2 shades that I got. You can see Brown Bliss on the bottom and then Twinkly Rose up top, which is super shimmery. These do look really pretty. I wish the brown was a little bit lighter, but I might be able to like blend it out and make it work. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm so excited about those actually. Okay, lastly, I have a few skincare products. This, which is the Violet Ice Cold Plunge Pore Mask, which just sounded really intriguing. It's a clarifying mask that is supposed to purify your skin and diminish the look of pores. And of course, as the name suggests, it does have that chilling kind of cooling effect on your skin. And I just love a face mask, and I actually don't really have many right now other than sheet masks. And for some reason, I really like a mask that you put on, let it sit for 15 minutes and then rinse it off. I don't know, I just feel like those work better. And then the last skincare product I got is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Even Smoother Instant Reveal Facial Peel. That sounds intriguing because sometimes I do want to peel my whole skin off. If it's irritating me or just has a lot of dry skin, I'm like, let's just peel the whole thing off. And I don't really want to spend a lot of time and money going and getting an actual peel from a med spa, so maybe this will work at home. It has a 30% glycolic acid solution for brightening and smoothing. So I believe this comes with 8 treatments. It says tear open packet to remove cotton swab, gently swipe across, cleanse face, leave on for no longer than 10 minutes before washing off. Use weekly or as needed. I don't know, kind of sounds scary, but I'm into it. So that is it for my Ulta haul video, you guys. I know this was huge. Like I said, I've literally been collecting this stuff since probably April, I want to say. So needless to say, I'm excited to go ahead and film this haul video so that I can get it up for you guys and start using all of these products. I do plan to do a speed reviews video at some point to just kind of collectively let you know my thoughts on a lot of these products. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. And please, please, please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel down below if you're not already. I really appreciate you guys watching this video and subscribing to my channel. I love you all so much more than you would ever know. I just am so appreciative. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.